Alright everybody, this is it. Last deck, Tomari. A little bit disappointed that it came in a little bit damaged. She looks amazing. I don't know why. I like those really super thick eyebrows for some reason. And her deck is Branded Gate, which is fun because it has only 3 clans incorporated into it. I mean, that's not what makes it fun, but it's fun because of the way it plays, but it's pretty interesting. Link Joker, Nova Grappler, and Dimension Police. Personally, I felt Dimension Police and Nova Grappler overlap with each other a lot by having mechs and heroes, like, esque stuff and police in both, so yeah, you know, it almost felt like Nabutama and Murakumo to me, just too overlapped into what they do. Same thing with, like, Genesis and, what was it? And Oracle Think Tank, like, really need both. There's some, I'm kind of glad they consolidated everything down to just 5 nations. Now when I buy, that's the reason I bought boxes, because now it's not like I want to build only one clan and I gotta buy a box and hope I get things of that clan. Now I can just buy anything. You know, I can get support for any of these decks now. I'm only supporting 5 things like Magic the Gathering, where you're only supporting certain colors. You can pretty much use anything. This is such a better way to advertise the game, to move the game forward. Let's see. So we got Aurora Battle Princess Sarah Snow. She looks darn amazing. She looks very uninterested though. Maybe battle's too easy for her, you know? Let's see. Where's the, all your friends have been surrounded. What will you do? Yeah, she's probably annoyed. Somebody's probably like still trying to get away. She's like, dude, all your friends are gone, man. We got them already. Why are you resisting? So let's see. During your turn, if one or more of your opponent cards are imprisoned in your prison, that's the mechanic for this deck, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, and if 3 or more cards are imprisoned, drive +1. Her skill is once per turn, counterblast 1, choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards and imprison them in your prison. So you get removal for this deck, but the removal is not permanent because your opponent can actually take their cards out of the prison. So basically, it's cheap control balanced out by the fact that it's not permanent, but it costs your opponent resources. So overall, nice. Of course, she's gonna be a ride deck grade 3. I see why this deck is the one that's always sold out. It's your waifu deck. When she's placed on the Vanguard, what you're gonna do, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and imprisons it. That's good, minus out their shield. But of course, they can always get it back out. But you know, you're decreasing their shields. But it only works during when placed on Vanguard, so it'll be great if this is also her rear guard skill. That way you can like decrease their shield count when she's actually on the attack. But it balances out. If one or more of your opponent's cards are in prison, in your prison, this gets plus 2,000 power. So she's a 12k leader. She's not hitting as high as like Keter Sanctuary, but still nice enough. So this is a very important card. When placed on Vanguard, you're searching for one prison, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So this is how you're gonna get your prison on the field. This searches out your prison card. She's an absolute necessity. Don't see her going anywhere. Like I said, with a lot of these ride deck cards, I don't see a lot of them going anywhere. When this unit is placed on rear guard, if one or more of your opponent's cards are in prison, counter blast 1, so blast 1, draw a card. So you get rid of your opponent's stuff, and you're gonna get yourself a little back from it. You got your starter, you got a grade 3 here. When this unit attacks hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your opponent's rear guards and imprison them. This is a pretty dang nice backup grade 3. Security Patroller. Puts more cards in the prison. Your opponent loses a lot from this deck. This card looks pretty dang cool. I really like the way it looks. Too bad it's a vanilla. This is what a waste. Like I said, vanilla's only if they just bump up the shield. Bump up the shield or bump up the power by at least by 1. By 1k. Come on. This card gains some shield and power if your opponent has cards in the prison. You got yourself a monster. And when I mean monster, more of Dimension Police monsters like the Kaijus for your Sentinel. Really cool. At the same over trigger. You got your crit. Draw. Oh no, she doesn't look like she's. She is Aurora Battle Princess. She is part of the police squad. Got your front. Okay, I like how kooky she looks. You got your heel. This is like the most important order card of every order card in all the decks. And you only get 2 because, for one, there's no real way to get rid of order cards. That's for one, and to at least set order cards, because this is an order card that stays on the field. So this is a set order card, so this is new. There's no way to get rid of set order cards at the moment, and you search this out and you do it on one, and so let's see how it works. You put it into your order zone, and let's see. You have to rest one of your rear guards to play this card. When this unit is put in, one of your units, it could even be a Vanguard, but why would you do that? When this unit is put on your order zone, soul charge 3, so you're gaining some soul. You're not going to be using a lot of it. I don't see a lot of cards that use soul. So order zone, when your opponent can normal call a rear guard, they can perform the following: Soul Blast 1. If they do so, choose one of their imprisoned cards and call it to rear guard. So that's how they can get their cards out. So they got a Soul Blast to get something out, or they can Counter Blast 1. If they do, they choose 2 of their prison cards and call them out. So you're making your opponent waste resources, which is always nice, and it's a pretty much cheap removal that you can consistently do. The only bad part is your opponent does get on-place skills again. So be careful kind of what you want to target, especially if it's already on the field. It might be better off just getting rid of it through an attack, especially if it's in the front row. So overall, nice deck. This is going to probably be one of my go-to decks. This is the one I really wanted. So, but it's like, why wouldn't you buy all 5 for that price? I mean, I get it. There's some people out there who are selling each for like 10. It's ridiculous. Try to get them from SRP, guys. All these decks look really fun. This is the first time I'm going to be playing this many decks. I know they say, which deck are you going to play on the Twitter? It's like, I'm playing all of them. Like, why not? It's so cheap. So, next one, we're going to get through our first box of Genesis of the 5 Greats, and let's see what we get in them. So, until then, guys, peace out.